Good evening, and welcome to the Assembly Hall here at George Watson's College for our Watson's Christmas. Christmas is a time for family and friendship, a time of magic and music and stories, a time for love and laughter, a time of hope at the darkest season of the year. The global COVID-19 pandemic has been the world's greatest challenge in peacetime. It has undermined economies, overstretched health services, broken transport links, and frustrated the human interaction between us and others. COVID-19 has also had a terrible effect on the performing arts, on music and drama, which are such a huge part of what makes life at Watson's so enriching. So, this year we are unable to mark Christmas at Watson's in the usual way, with our junior school Christmas concert and carol services at Polwarth Church, and with our wonderful service of 9 lessons and carols at St Giles Cathedral, which marks the beginning of Christmas for so many people, including me. But instead, my colleagues have put together a celebration of music and readings, which we hope will nevertheless help to find the true meaning of Christmas for you in these unusual and difficult times. What you will see is a mixture of video and audio recordings from previous years, along with live readings and 2 very special recordings made especially for tonight. The carol Once in Royal David City will shortly begin our celebration and was recorded by the soloist Katie Muir, the chamber choir and staff, friends and Watsonians earlier this term. William Matthias's rousing carol Sir Christimas was recorded by past and present members of the college chorus and mixed as a virtual performance, especially for tonight. We hope that you will enjoy this very special celebration and will wish to contribute to our collection in aid of The Welcoming, a charity chosen for our support by our pupils. The Welcoming supports New Scots who come to the City of Edinburgh by helping them to learn English, find jobs and access local services, offering friendship, sustainable living and activities for creativity, health and well-being. Thank you if you contributed when you registered for this event, and if you haven't yet contributed, then please consider doing so via the link that will be sent to you afterwards. There are 4 carols for you to join in with, and a carol sheet has been supplied with the programme. Thank you to my colleagues in the music department, the AV department, to Dave Brown in the communications department, Amy Hutchinson in GWC+, Dr. McNamee, our fantastic pupil musicians and readers, without whom tonight would not have been possible. And of course, thank you too for joining us tonight. This Christmas is unlikely to be a usual one, but I hope that there will nevertheless be time for families and friends, although many of them will be at a distance this year. I hope there will also be time for magic and stories, for love and for laughter. We know that the challenge of the pandemic is not over, even as we look forward to 2021. But although this is the darkest season of the year, we also know that much brighter times lie ahead of us. And now, let us start our Christmas with the music of the beautiful carol, Once in Royal David City. Happy Christmas to you all and all whom you care for.
tired of this barn," said the colt, "and every day it snows. Outside there's no grass anymore, and icicles grow on my nose."
"I am tired of hearing the cows breathing and talking together. I am sick of these clucking hens. I hate stables and winter weather."
"Hush, little colt," said the mayor, "and a story I will tell of a barn like this one of ours, and the wonders that there befell.
It was weather much like this, and the beasts stood as we stand now, in the warm, good dark of the barn. A horse, and an ass, and a cow.
"And sheep?" asked the colt.
Yes, sheep, and a pig, and a goat, and a hen. All of the beasts of the barnyard, the usual servants of men.
And into their midst came a lady, and she was as cold as death. But the animals leaned above her and made her warm with their breath. There was her baby born, and laid to sleep in the hay, while music flooded the rafters, and the barn was as light as day. And angels and kings and shepherds came to worship the babe from afar. But we looked at him first of all creatures, by the bright, strange light of a star.
Christmas night, all Christians sing, joy in Be nice to your turkeys this Christmas, 'cause turkeys just want to have fun. Turkeys are cool, turkeys are wicked, and every turkey has a mum. Be nice to your turkeys this Christmas. Don't eat it, keep it alive. It could be your mate and not on your plate. Say, yo, turkey, I'm on your side.
I got lots of friends who are turkeys, and all of them fear Christmas time. They want to enjoy it. They say humans destroyed it, and humans are out of their mind. Yeah, I got lots of friends who are turkeys. They all have a right to a life, not to be caged up and genetically made up by any farmer and his wife.
Turkeys just want to play reggae. Turkeys just want to hip hop. Can you imagine a nice young turkey saying, "I cannot wait for the chop"? Turkeys like getting presents. They want to watch Christmas TV. Turkeys have brains, and turkeys feel pain in many ways, like you and me.
I once knew a turkey called Turkey. He said, "Benji, explain to me, please. Who put the turkey in Christmas? And what happened to Christmas trees?" I said, "I'm not too sure, Turkey, but it's nothing to do with Christmas. Humans get greedy and waste more than need be, and businessmen make loads of cash."
Be nice to your turkey this Christmas. Invite them indoors for some greens. Let them eat cake and let them partake in a plate of organic grown beans. Be nice to your turkey this Christmas and spare them the cut of the knife. Join Turkeys United and they'll be delighted, and you will make new friends for life.
Santa Claus is coming, coming Christmas Eve. If you have ever attended one of our junior school Christmas concerts here in the Assembly Hall, you will know that we have a tradition of singing The Holly and the Ivy together. We don't use the tune here that most of the world knows for this carol. Our tradition is to use the brilliant tune by John Gardner. It goes like this. The holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. And then the chorus. The rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. I'm hoping that many of you will want to join in with us this evening. You should have copies of the words, and it's important that you know how the piece works because there are one or two little surprises. Verses 1 and 2 are sung quite normally at the start, but after that the chorus becomes a round. In verses 3 and 4, the chorus is a two-part round, meaning that one part starts singing the rising of the sun, immediately followed 2 beats later by the other part, the ri. In verses 5 and 6, it becomes a 3-part round. I have an image in my mind of groups of friends and family sitting around their computers or TV screens this evening, singing along with us with this recording, which was made in 2017. You will see me dancing around at the front and indicating in verse 3 and 4 which side, this side or this side, should go first. And in verses 5 and 6, the order of the 3 parts, this side, or the folk upstairs. So watch me carefully if you want to join in. Whether you sing along or whether you just listen tonight, I hope that you enjoy this version of John Gardner's lovely carol, The Holly and the Ivy.
St. Luke tells of the birth of Jesus. And it came to pass, in those days, that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. Thanks be to God.
Thank you. The shepherds go to the manger. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for, behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Saviour, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men. And it came to pass, as the angels were gone away from them into heaven, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go, even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in a manger. Thanks be to God.
All The wise men are led by the star to Jesus. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor, that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, and said, Go and search diligently for the young child. And when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed. And lo, the star, which they had saw in the east, appeared, went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasure, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. Thanks be to God.
Amen.
St. John unfolds the great mystery of the Incarnation. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of men, but of God. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Thanks be to God.